protect you. You're soaked. Try not to catch cold.
Over here!
How convenient. We've already got what we require. I'll gather these now. It would be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Methinks this can only be destroyed from the other side.
I am sorely disappointed.
You want to play? All right. You want to play? All right.
Now, there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
I'll have an early supper.
My legs are bare numb.
The mornings get earlier as your bones get older.
It's been a hard day. If we've the item in hand, we ought not keep the recipient waiting.
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
Is as you say.
You.
This way, if you please. Here at last.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better? Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so much. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them, even just once. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hiya, Risen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please say yes.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
I knew it to be so.
All I've got left in my 80 pains.
This place is awful dull. Oh, I could use a rest.
Now here's a welcome sight.
Welcome.
This might be worth a read.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master. Much appreciated.
I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. But it's clear this storytelling's got little to do with his wealth. So where's he get his coin then? Makes a man wonder, it does. Could be he's involved in something untoward, eh?
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat.
'Twill ne'er get done if I stand around talking.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe, on shaking legs did he approach, the better to know. Yet he did not get near, for afore him stretched the sea. The figure was striding through waters up to the knee. This realization explained the bizarre. What had appeared close was being seen from afar. For truly, the figure was mammoth in size, tall enough to be blinded by the clouds in the skies. One thing was certain. Should it walk upon land, no city, no mountain would outlast its hand. So he challenged its ingress with voice loudly drawn, and in an instant the giant was gone. Aye, in the face of his valour, the gigantus did pale. But who among you can name the hero of our tale? 'Twas none other than Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Birkin, which lives on to this day.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Tranquil places such as this. Real treasures.
Well met, Sith. Lots to do, and precious little time.
With such worn-out gear. All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Not sure how much longer I can hold out.
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Am I shedding? That must be my winter coat growing in.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
The crops all benefit from all this sunshine.
I don't tell half as many lies as my parents.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said it yet e'er since he came here is...
I understand how you must feel, but you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. I am caring for him as best I can. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray, bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
What good can come of my being here?
day of rest.
What an exhausting day it's been.
This place offers a view of the sea.
I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths.
Puts me in the mood for a song.
I ought to have a mouthful. It might want a dash of salt.
Ain't nothing but trouble.
A hard day's work, is it too? Life's been pretty kind to me, come to think of it.
We would fain hear your requests, dear audience.
Will this take long? I've ought to be doing.
Do to neglect proper nutrition.
We worked hard today.
Oh, tell me, I haven't got enough leave.
All that fuss.
There's
And
got
here
to
he
be
is.
something fun to do.
But much to do yet.
Not sure how much longer.
You!
I'm ill at ease here.
Suppose I best earn my keep. This place is awful dull. Can't complain, mate.
You!
Got to press on. There's much needs.
Suppose I ought to earn my...
Got to focus. My head will roll if water goes awry.
Got to work if I'm to put bread on the table.
I've been on my feet. Would that all my days were such. Making a living as a soldier.
We must rest, though the sun is...
It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Oh, I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigour. Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
A chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fine
I'm in fine fettle today.
Is it too much to hope for a helping hand?
Seems my feet always lead me here. Less comfort.
Suppose I'd best get to work.
I'd sooner stay out of the battle where it possible.
Seems my feet always lead me here.
Suppose I'd best get to work.
I'm always doing about a dozen things at once.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see.
I've been here so long, I almost forgot why I came.
I'd sooner stay out of the battle.
What's come over you, Arisen?
Right, the door's locked. That should do it.
Is there aught you require?
thought you should have this.
Shall we get some rest then?
I've a feeling fortune shall favour us this day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
There is surely no fate more wretched than this.
Almost nodded off for a moment there.
It is quiet about.
All this patrol. Not sure why I patrol it. I'll have a more.
Ingredients are... plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
When does my watch? This house between white and eye. Well met, Sim.
I could use a fun to write.
Won't someone do aught about this?
I like to come here when I need a minute to think.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure, sir. Have we some business I'm unaware of? You mean to tell me that Albert has been playing the part of a beggar? That man who would sooner starve to death than lift a finger in the pursuit of honest labor? If this is a jest, it is in very poor taste. All the same, I shall test the truth of your accusation, and who better to make it plain for us than Albert himself? I will place these clothes somewhere about the house. If he has aught to hide, his reaction when he finds them will doubtless be very telling. You may visit us again in a few days' time. Fear not, I have no intention of causing a fuss.